you're taller. You didn't, it just let go. If the gorilla has let go, get out of the cage. And don't go back into the cage even when the gorilla starts humming your song, which it will do. Oh no, that'll never happen to me. Not after that last awful time with the policeman and the goats. Oh no, no, no. I have some self-respect, you know. And then you've got a month or 6 months or 2 years and you hear music. Boy, I'm a middle-class white guy, and I'm, in early old age. And in the last 2 years, 2 pals of mine, guys that looked a lot like me, one sold insurance, one taught high school kids, they've gone to meetings and they've been sober. Both were found in the same month, one in Long Beach, one in San Francisco, dead in the bathroom with a needle in their arms. Heroin's back. For old guys, heroin's back. And that means I shouldn't do heroin today. See, that's the conclusion. Stay out of the cage. Now, people who love us visit the zoo a lot. And they look at lions and tigers and bears. And then they go by the gorilla cage and they see the person they love dancing with the gorilla. Might be their mom or their dad or their brother or sister or their husband or wife, one of their kids, one of their grandkids. Each one of those is its own special crazy, by the way. And they want to do something. So they get into the cage and they start sweeping and vacuuming and moving the furniture around. Making nice, nutritious lunches. When that doesn't work, they try to get between the gorilla and the person they love to save a life, and the gorilla turns on them and yanks their arms and legs off. Which is why they have a program. And it's called Al-Anon. And a lot of Al-Anon comes down to this. Stay out of the cage. But I only want to vacuum. We know. And it's a very bad idea. We're over by the giraffes, and we're talking about our vacuuming needs, and we would love to see you. And we can have that conversation. I think I am more alcoholic today than I was 30 plus years ago. The difference is you've taught me some skills and some tools to use, so that I have an idea of how... A regular one, I go to a retreat for priests in recovery in Southern California every January. I've done this for years. The first, my sponsor made me go, and you know how they are. And I went, and it was just full of these old, fat men with cigars and Bermuda shorts. How humiliating. And... now they're all my age. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, a few years ago, one of the fellows who presented to us is a priest of the Episcopal Church named Jeff. And you talk to these guys, and he said, okay, listen, I'm talking to a room of bright people. Let me tell you something. Surrender first. Then think about it. See, what I want to do is think about it first. I want to analyze it and take some surveys. And then negotiate and work it out. Surrender first, that gift of desperation. The war's over. You lost. I asked my sponsor, well, how do you surrender appropriately? Let's think about this. And I told you this awful group he has on Monday nights is called the White Flag Men's Stag. So in the middle of the room, this guy's in a big circle. There is a block of wood and a white flag just hanging. And I was going to that meeting for months before I noticed because I was thinking about myself. But my sponsor suggests that when you're done, you just wave the flag, in a public place for just a few minutes. And AA members will come up and talk to you. You can do this in airports or schools. Surrender first. He also said this. One of his first prayers every morning is, "Oh God, protect me from myself." I did not have to raise my hand and ask him to explain that. Protect me from myself. Because, I had a few ideas a couple years ago that were completely innocuous and simple, and I didn't have to tell my sponsor. See, that's big. Underline that. When I noticed that I don't really need to mention this to him, it's a pretty good sign I should mention it to him. And I told him one of my deep insights, and he said, "I don't know of anybody who's been able to do that and stay sober. Keep me posted." Is that a yes or a no? Is my question. I have. So my life is significantly better. I know we have relationships. In recovery, we develop friends, companions, and allies. Friends, companions, and allies. And that's done slowly over time. A lot of this starts just by saying hello. Hello. And then things happen. I want to do the footwork. I want to do the step work. I want to use the tools. I ask God for help, and I leave the results in God's good hands. One of the things I've studied philosophy for years, and I've studied theology for years, and I've read the church fathers, and I've listened to rabbis, and I have connections with the Buddhist community, and there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of points of view. And one of the things I really do believe about God, as I understand God, is that God is very big. God is very big. God is bigger than I think. God is bigger than I imagine. God is bigger than the United States. God is bigger than the Vatican. God is bigger than the Bible. God is extremely, very, way big. And I want to keep that in mind as I turn my will and my life over to the care of God day at a time. C.S. Lewis will say, relying on God has to begin all over again every day as if nothing had yet been done. Today is what's real. Relying on God. Get me from here to there. Help me get out of bed. I can't stand it. Help. Get me to the shower. I have days like that. If you get, oh God, help me just get to the shower. Oh God, help me not pee on myself. Oh God. This is called having a simple faith. And the morning prayer, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. The evening prayer, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Daily reprieve. I don't know all your Florida stuff. I watch you people, but I don't know all your Florida stuff.